Good morning, folks. Sean, the average angler, coming at you bright and early. Actually, it's not bright out yet. It's bright in here because of the lights. But we're getting ready to go fishing, and I wanted to drop a video for you first. So, good morning. Today, I'm going to go over my two favorite ways to fish one of my go-to baits. It's just been a favorite of mine for a long time, and these two ways of fishing this bait cover a lot of scenarios for you. It allows me to carry less types of these baits with me in the boat. It's great if you're walking the bank, doesn't really matter. All right. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down there. Join the community. I'd really appreciate it. Without you folks, there's nothing going on here. What is that number one bait? Well, it's right here. There's two different sizes here. This is a Strike King Rage Bug right here. This is a Strike King Rage Bug Magnum right here. Now I gotta be honest, 9 times out of 10, I'm going straight to that Strike King Magnum. The two ways I fish this the majority of time is flipping, pitching, which is the rig we're gonna talk about, okay? I always use a straight shank hook, and I snell that hook. This is basically for short line applications, if you will, okay? Just run it into the bait like so. Pull it down over those barbs. And I use the bait to protect my knot up there. And then like so. I'll put a clip in here, just what this bait does in the water to kind of give you an idea. All right, pretty exciting, huh? Works really good. It's really why I like this bait so much is the action. It's dual purpose. And here you'll see I have it rigged up for today to go fishing. And I'm actually going to switch this out because where I'm going, I want the smaller bait. So I picked the size basically based on where I'm at. You'll notice I do have a bobber stop on there. Okay, I want to keep that weight to the bait. This bait has a phenomenal kicking action with the appendages going back and forth here, okay? They kick really well, and by keeping that weight pegged, it's going to pull that bait down to where it needs to go. You know, it's very rare that I will fish this bait unpegged. So flipping and pitching around cover in trees doesn't really matter. I can throw that bait just about anywhere. Now, the time I'm going to go to the regular size, I hate to call it the smaller one because this was actually the first one on the market, and it's just called the Rage Bug. Okay, it looks like you get 7 in a pack. The bigger one, you get 6 in a pack. Now with this one, I'm going to use a little smaller hook, typically a 3/0 straight shank. Now on the bigger one, I will go up to a 1/2 ounce. The weight that was on there was a 3/8. This is going to be a 1/4 3/8 most of the time. The only time that's going to be different is if I'm punching. Everything else is going to be the same, except maybe we're going up to that 1 3/4 ounce punch weight. Okay? I still use typically the bigger one. I can go to the smaller one if need be. Yeah, I know that technique is pretty much the given, right? Now, typically in the wintertime is when I'll go to that smaller bait or just go down to a 1/4 ounce so the bait still swims, but slower. Now, my other method for this is going to be the good old swing head. And again, that And a lot of people will fish this, flip this on an EWG. It's just habit for me to go to the straight shank. This is a 5/0 EWG that comes on this owner swing head. And there you will see how it fits in there. Never had a problem with this. Now, there are times where I will fish this with the smaller bait. Now, one of the things that I really like about the owner head, why I'm so big on the owner, is because it's got the split ring. So I can change the hook size. Whereas this style head, which is every other head on the market, you cannot change the hook size. Now here you'll see this one has a smaller hook size. Not all of them are like that. A lot of them just come with a 5/0 hook. Let me grab another one here. 50 heads in here and I grabbed the same one. All right, here's one. Okay, that looks like a 4/0. So you could buy a bunch of different heads, or you can buy the owner, which actually you can't anymore. Well, you can get them on eBay. Okay, these are really good hooks. No need to change the hooks from the start. Only time I change them is if I'm not sharp or if I need a lighter wire hook. Now I do go down to a 3/0 EWG light wire hook at times. On that, I'm typically throwing like 12-pound test. Most of the time, folks, I'm casting these and I'm swimming them. Okay, I'm using that 3/4 ounce or 1/2 ounce. All I use, and I just slow reel so that it's bouncing bottom, causing commotion, causing a stir, and slowly reeling it back to the boat. Do they think it's a crawdad? Do they think it's a bluegill? Do they eat the heck out of it? Yep. So the Strike King Magnum Rage Bug would be my number one, and then that Strike King regular Rage Bug would be my backup for when I need a smaller bait. And the appendages are attached, comes in a clamshell, so you want to make sure you separate those. Even the little antennae here are joined. Now, does that make a difference? Who knows? But it definitely does with the kickers, right? So there are some other ways you can fish this. I've been known for spotted bass to put it on a shaky head. You can Bubba shot it. You can free rig it. You can Carolina rig it. There's lots of ways to fish it. I generally go to other baits for those purposes. Not because it doesn't work. It does work. This is just what I typically use to flip and pitch with, punch, and then I love it on that swing head, folks. And now's the time for that swing head. Trust me. Now through fall, the swing head is just a deadly technique to go out there and get some extra bites. I'm Sean, the Average Angler. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.